Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Tonight we're looking for an autumnal sunset. So join me and let's see where this journey takes us. So I'm just following the River Erne here on my left hand side. If we just look ahead, that's the light that I'm looking for. So what I might do is just stop here. There's a wee park bench there on the right hand side. I don't know how many photos I'm going to be able to take tonight, probably not very many, but what I'll do is I'll take this shot, and if I do, I'll share this image with you now. Big coat on because it's actually really cold. It's really heavy frost this morning. I was walking through this tunnel because the light is absolutely beautiful, and I'm hoping where I'm going I've got a tunnel of trees and the sunset will go down that way, that direction. That's the plan. So this walk I'm on is Lady Mary's Walk in Perthshire. Alright, so I just stopped back there because there was a nice wee shot, or what looked like a nice shot of the river with the light shining on it. So if that image has turned out, I'll share that with you now. So this is the tricky part of the walk, because you're right at the river's edge. I put my wellies on because normally this is all flooded or really mucky, but it's nice and dry tonight. So what I'll do is I'll keep walking. I spotted a red-leaved bush back there being sidelit by the sun, so I took that shot. If that turned out, I'll share that with you. But I'll just keep walking until I get to the area that I'm really interested in. So this is the wider view of the river as it heads down, and I'm now walking into the dark area of the forest where I'm looking for hopefully the sun to light up the path. And if we're lucky, there's a lot of leaves falling on the path because the trees are still green. We've had a really late autumn so far, but for the trees the leaves that are on the ground, it does look quite nice. So I'm going to stop and take a couple of compositions here, some nice light and some nice shadow. But this is what I was really looking for. That corridor of trees with all the shadows and the glow in the background, because the sun should be coming down on the right hand side. So what I'll do is I'll get the camera set up and I'll take a couple of shots. So I've moved a wee bit closer to try and get the images, but the other thing I'm trying to watch is up here on the left hand side. If I take a shot with the sun, it's then coming into my camera and it's giving me lens flares. So what I'm doing is I'm moving the camera around so that the sun's camouflaged by the tree, and then that way I'm not getting any lens flare, because I'm using a polarized filter just to exaggerate the colours a little bit. And if you get lens flare, you'll get those green circles all the way around your image. And I'm trying to avoid that tonight because I want some trying clean shots. So what I'll do is the shots I take here, I'll share them with you now. So I took 2 or 3 different shots back there. There's an old bench. But I just keep walking around looking for light, because look, there's wee pockets of light there. The wind's getting up though, so I've been using quite a slow shutter speed just because it's been dark. So that's now going to give me movement in the trees. But that's okay, it's the kind of rabbit's burrow effect I'm really looking for with the glow and using the ochre and the greens and the browns. So I'll keep walking, I'm just following the path. As I walk along the path, spotted that old tree trunk there, so I'm just wondering, with the light, can I use that tree trunk as part of a composition? I'm still conscious that the sun is right up on the top left hand side there, but if I stay behind this tree I might be able to avoid the lens flare but make best use of the shadows that are coming in. So I'll give it a wee try, and if it works out I'll share these images with you now. The big question tonight is, will I get a sunset image through the trees? Oh. Let's keep walking. A wee bit windy higher up. I'm just going to keep walking because I'm kind of hoping I'll get to a point where there's a clearing and that low sun will start to do its magic and light up these brown leaves. I've spotted a nice tree over there that's had a bit of a turn, so we've got kind of yellows and browns on it, but most of the foliage is green. Honestly, I'm really surprised. I thought the trees would have turned by now, but obviously not. So I'll take a couple of shots of this tree with the river flowing in front of it, and let's see if we can get the vibrancy, the browns and the yellows through the green, and I'll share those images with you. I'm not going to get the photographer's curse, so although there are a lot of trees on the other side of the river, so that might be shading the sun. I'm hoping the sun hasn't disappeared behind a cloud. Oh, this would have been a long walk for nothing, but if anything gets me out, it keeps me fit a wee bit. Right, I'll keep exploring. A vertical composition, and what I'm going to try and do is get that tree that's coming to the right that's arching over, and I'll see if I can do something with that. Then I'll flip the camera around to landscape and I'll see if I can get a closer, wider shot, and when I'm finished I will share these images with you. So it sits nicely lit by the sun. So what I've done is I've just reduced my f-stop to f3.2, increased my shutter speed, and I'm hoping these will turn out. I'll keep walking because it's starting to get quite interesting as I walk round that corner, and the sun has obviously got a clearing, but I'm looking for a place that I can probably sit and wait until sunset arrives. In the meantime, these images that I take, I'll share them with you now. When I turn round, there's a nice composition. So there's a composition here where you've got the chair, and then you've got the arch and branch coming over the chair, and then you've got the path going straight through. So you've got a leading line, so it's telling a story where we've got a park bench, we've got that arch, the tree, and then we can keep going forward along the path, or we can have a rest. So I'm going to take a couple of shots here. I'm going to make sure that my shadow's not in the way, and I'll share whatever I capture with you now. Down there because it's right at the very edge of the water, and seeing if I could get a shot of the water with the curvature of the trees there. It's a wee bit challenging, so I'd like to hope it turns out. If it does, I'll share that image with you. But as I'm walking, get some really nice shadows for the trees along this path, but there's a bend in the path, so I'm going to keep walking in the hope that I can use that as part of a composition and see if we can get a sweeping line all the way around and use the vibrance of these tree leaves here on my left hand side, whilst I'm trying to make sure I don't get the camera caught with that flare for the sun. Alright, so I've lost the river and the path. There's just a big huge field. There's a wee cluster of trees over there. So what I'll do is I'll head back down through the woods. I might follow the river again and see if there's anything I can pick up. It's just that the sun, I'll go down behind the trees, so I might not get any more light. I'll walk and see, but hopefully the images that I have captured are good. Anyway, I'll keep walking and I'll head back and hopefully we're lucky. So as I walk back, as you can see, there's some nice colours as I'm walking forward. The sun is lowering because the tops of the trees are lit up. I do have a funny feeling I'm going to get back to the car in the dark. I'm not going to finish the video yet because you never know what I might catch in the dark, because I walk past the small stream side of the river and there's a good chance I could get a long exposure shot with the kind of dusk, but I'll keep walking anyway. There is a patchy light, so I'm just going to turn the camera over to portrait because I want the path, to use the path as that leading line. I've actually put it up to f16 so I can get the detail from front to back, and you never know, that tree that's been lit up on the path might just pop and that could be quite a nice image. So if it does pop, I'll share that image with you now. Just walking along there, because it's getting darker and darker, I took a shot of the kind of a dark tunnel in the woods. So I'm hoping it might be alright, I don't know, it looked quite nice at the back of the camera. No light, but atmospheric, hopefully. Alright, so wee surprise. We've got these really nice reflections on the water. We've got the hanging tree. The water's pretty still. We've got a really nice orange and yellow tree over there with reds, and then we've got the bend of the river. So I'm going to take some long exposures, and when I've finished, I'll share these images with you now. Alright, so back where I started. So what I'll do is, if this image turns out, I'll compare it with the first image that I took when the sun was shining, just for comparison, because this is it now. It's very dark. So I think I'll finish the video here. So I'm hoping all those images have turned out, and here's hoping we can make a video out of this. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because you know it's free. And if you press the bell notification, that will let you know the next time I post a video. So thanks very much for watching, and here's to the next video.